Welcome back to another exciting episode of MiniGrinder Paints Live. That's me, your host, the great El Numo. What an opening. Had to go to the store and pick up a drink. Oh, America. 84 ounces for 34 cents. I'm not kidding. I'm just making up numbers here. So, what do we got here? This thing is pretty much looking awesome. I am going to have to just look at him. He's nice. Let me get some light on him for you also. There we go. He's looking pretty snazzy, I think. I really do have to get the base done next. I'd like to do that so I can fix him to the base. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the show. Rather than not. Won't take long. I can show people how I do it anyways. So we just need to put... Another thing that I would like to do is, because I'm using a flat mat sealer and I sort of seal it along the way, because I handle my miniatures often, you sort of build up sort of like this frosting effect. To eliminate that frosting effect, what you can do is you can actually do a dark wash. Right? You can see I've done it on one side and not the other side. So on this side, I've done it. So this side is clearly darker than this side, more defined also. So a simple dark wash will fix that problem. I've actually done it to half of it. After I fix the dragon to the base, I'm going to go ahead and finish that process as well. He really is looking pretty snazzy. Nice angle there. See the pattern more. Looks great. Again, my special needs camera. I've given up using all the camera control software. It all sucks. So far, pretty much, I gotta buy something if I want something that exactly what I want. I don't got that kind of business going yet. It'll figure it out most of the time though, which is good. I mean, that looks pretty good there. You know, you should see how I have this thing set up. It's pretty interesting, actually. Take the camera out. See this? It's actually a mic stand, a scissor mic. Let's see. It holds the camera for me, basically. So let's find somewhere nice and soft for him. I happen to have some of this stuff. Just put it right there. So much of that. I have probably more than I'll ever use. So Nethyrmaul is going to take a nap. And the real star of the show today, this session. Ooh, this guy. All right. Ramen H from the forums also suggested for the actual base. I guess they have these wooden bases that you can buy at craft stores. Certain craft stores. I don't know about all of them, but I'm going to go investigate. Because I don't have, they don't make metal washers that big that you don't have to have specially machined or do it yourself. So Yeah. It's actually I've never really done basing like I've been doing it with all these miniatures that I've been painting recently, using the washers and all kinds of flock and whatever. Okay, once I get my scatterbrain in order, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna base this with a stone, right? Oh, should probably turn that down. Alrighty, so we're gonna hit this as a stone gray. I'm actually gonna mix it with a little bit of black first, black that's left over from doing a little wash there, and then it'll be the shade coat. And this will just paint itself. This is really just going to be an exercise in dry brushing, basically. Luckily, I constructed my dry brushing brush the last episode. I took some cheap brush that I was using before. The tip had curled, and I needed something shorter, with shorter bristles. Anyways. I'm going to go ahead and get this up out of my face. Up out of my face, son. Sorry. Sometimes I'm surprised by what comes out of my mouth, and then I repeat it in the manner in which it surprised me. That's my kitty. My boy Dasher. He's come to visit. It's in case the feed goes dead, it wasn't a terrorist attack, so don't worry. There's a storm outside. It's rolling in or rolling by or something or other. I'm really a fan of storms. Oh, it's a good thing I went over and got some caffeinated drink. Would have been a lot of me just painting a rock. Now I'm all talkative again. Okay. So this is going to have to be a lot brighter to contrast well. Sometimes I don't like to mix it entirely, you know? Gives it kind of a neat I guarantee more people see me paint like this, more people start painting like this. You get really good results. You just gotta plan it out, right? You know? Ugh. I have to go hook up the generator and keep the feed running. Yeah. Here it comes. I can hear it starting to rain out there. I love myself a thunderstorm. Good stuff. Get your blood pumping a little bit. All I'm gonna do is just sit there and watch it. So this is very dark, like I said before, and we want it to be much lighter than this. But at the same time, next time I go over it, I'm going to go over it slightly lighter. And that's where you're going to create that highlight. And this gray will add to like the shadowing effect. Multiple layers. Most your pieces, any sort of layer should be a minimum three layers to any sort of surface. Minimum. That doesn't count like primer, I think. Now there's some finer details where you're just not going to get that. Sometimes. I mean, eyes. Eyes are a fine example of like multiple layers, you know? It's a small thing. And the layers I'm talking about, though, are texture layers, you know? For this thing, this is pretty much... again, the camera picks up the colors a lot better than my eye does. So sometimes I look over at the live stream to see where I missed a spot. Yeah, it works out well enough. This part, you don't have to be very careful. These rocks, anyways, you know. So easy. Do this stuff. Now there's some points there on which I'm going to have to cover up. Okay. Oh, more stone gray. This time, no black. I'll put it in the same spot there because I feel like it. Okay, that seems to be about where I want it. And what I'm doing here is just drawing it out. I want to get the right amount on my brush. And I'm just going to go over it one more time. You just keep on gyrating the hand. Eventually the piece will be done. Back, forth, back, forth. this process right here is just mind-numbingly boring. So forgive me if I doze off occasionally. I guess someone argued that the whole thing's mind-numbingly boring. You just spend how long doing what? Oh well. Man, I went out to get my large drink. It's an iced tea, actually. Half sweet iced tea. You guys are seeing this. Hop out here. Looking very nice. Good. Okay. Now we're going to go on and actually highlight this. Using more of the straight stone gray color now. Like stabbing at it, kind of. Stab, stab. These bristles. That's kind of a dry brushing technique here. I want more of the bristles to pick up, you know. Maybe kind of a grainy look in some spots, maybe. And dry brushing. Come on now. I'm trying to block all the other information that it's focusing on. This is what you're. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta take the bull by the horns. Oops. Some might actually think that I have a camera for a face. It's like essentially where the camera is like right in my face. Oh, right. Just keep building it up, build it up, build it up, turn it, build it, turn it, build it, turn it, build it. Do that because as I'm going around, it's drying. What do you guys think? Did I get any answers? You know, some kind of brown wash in there would do it wonders. I think. Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that last statement. I'm looking at it right now. I think what we could do is get it even lighter. Let's work on that. Or stone gray. Basically trying to get a granite kind of look to it, you know? If you ever go to the Black Hills in South Dakota, there's just all these granite spires. I don't know if this rock is necessarily looks like granite, but I kind of know what granite texture looks like. And that's kind of what I'm going for here. Take a step back here. Take a step back, son. It's pretty much the easiest part right here. Oh yeah. Live sound effects. Okay. Oh, see, that's how you screw something up. That's how you fix something. Yes. Behold, the secrets of dry brushing. It's looking pretty good. Huh? What do you think? Looking pretty good. You could probably go in with some kind of dark wash. I still think your dark brown wash would do wonders. I'm gonna do it. No, your people thing. Okay, maybe you didn't say it. We're just gonna do a little brown. Right here. And black. So quite a bit of black in there. Here's how I do washes. I got water from my cup. Again, I want to see the consistency of it. How thick is it? You know, this isn't very thick right here. Right here. And what I'll do is I'll just slap it on. And then take out, here it is, towel and dab it. Because I don't want to actually I don't want to put a bunch of black paint on the surface. I only want to put it in the crevices. I just dab it. That's quick enough. This is just sort of like a mass dark wash. What I do here. Hopefully you can see. It is beneficial. Occasionally. It's not brown enough though. The wash that I wanted it to be a little bit more brown. There's still time for that. Noticeably more brown. Let's go crazy. Maybe not that crazy. Add some more water. Yeah, not that crazy. No. That's what it needed right there. Come on now. Come on. It'll eventually figure it out. Are you serious? Like, what more do I gotta do this guy? Like, seriously. I guess, like, how close do I have to put it? I guess so. How about them Browns? While we wait for the autofocus. All right. It wants to be focused right there. It can be focused right there. You're just gonna have to trust me when I say this looks super awesome like this. I don't know. It looks like I'm going crazy right now. I'm just screwing up my paint, my dry brushing. Pull this guy out. Instant. Awesome. This is sort of like dry brushing, you know? This is all the paint that we just picked off. One of my problems with dark washing is it would always cover it up. Now, I know most people don't dark wash like this, but this is like, if you had to do it this way, this is how I would do it. You just want to limit crevices. Crevasses. I had to thin it out a little bit. Okay, sorry. This side compared with this side. Nice. There we go. Get plenty of time for this to dry. The longer I let it dry, the more it'll set in the nooks and crannies. Be easier to take off. The surface. Sorry. Sorry. One over here. One mixture. One mixture. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Actually, I want to throw even more of this down in here, though. There we go. Let's take a look. It's a large model. I think that looks pretty awesome. That looks really nice. Nice base always holds it together for us. Yeah, I still got to do the tail. It's pretty much obvious right there, huh? Let's, how you doing, Fisher? Yeah. Talking to him. All right. So, what do we got to do here? Let's put him back in his bed for a second. Back to bed, you. I don't know why that's funny. Matte sealer. I'll do it right here. Pulses. Yeah. Very light. I'm going to worry about fixing any defects and stuff later. I might even go back and highlight more. You know, I might go back and highlight right now. But we got to talk about putting this guy on this base. What I've done, already went in and I actually shaved these off so it would fit nice and snug, or nice in these holes because I'm gonna be using an epoxy putty. I use this stuff right here. This some Rector Seal. That's a sweet name. That's not what this is. This is like some stuff I got from Harbor Freight. It's whatever they're. It actually smells a little bit like cat piss. There's some ammonia in it, clearly. In the mixture. I have that just little pie piece that's right there. Ooh, Dasher, give me that X-Acto knife. There we go. Oh, this stuff. When you mix those two colors together, that smells. When you mix those two colors together, then I'd say it's mostly mixed. It's not going to take much. Do this. I'm basically going to put a little ball in each of the balls. A little bit. That's probably even too much. Okay. One in there. The stuff you do not need a lot of. Get off me, fool. Sometimes you can use your. That's what I do is I'll stuff it down in there. Okay, so each one needs a little bit more. I don't know what other people do. This is what I do. It seems to work out. The stuff. When it bonds, it's hard as steel. There's that. Next thing I'm going to do is make a few more of these little balls. We got to be kind of quick here because I'm starting to feel like there's an exothermic reaction going on. That's where the chemical reaction that's taking place is giving out heat. Some nice concoction here. Some glue also, gel. Doubly. Mix that soup up. You don't actually want to mix the two together. But they don't hurt each other either. This bone stuff, like it just, stuff likes to bond to it. This stuff anyways. I found. Okay. So we're just going to take these and place them on the balls, on the feet, somewhere. Somewhere where it'll make contact. Butt lunch. Where you go? All right, let's do it. Just applying tons of pressure right here. As you can see right here, actually squeeze some of that epoxy out. That'd actually be really easy to remove. You know, this is oftentimes this trial and error process. I've rubbed off some of the paint there. He's on. I might actually go through and sort of like make a seal around it. But this thing's already getting pretty stiff. It's not very easy to mold. Actually, if I have something to base, I should probably start doing it right now. This guy. Is small. What's that one of my smalls? Yeah. Here's one of my smalls. Thump. This stuff is just like gum. That. Now, obviously, make sure I got a little plastic thing under. I'll use packages. You're going to create a something right there. Let's stick there. Now, obviously, this thing isn't going to be like, I'm not going to leave it like this. But I don't want to waste that epoxy. That stuff is like $5 a stick. So there's no sense in wasting it. That's how I base miniatures. So I'll actually shave that off when it dries. And I'll actually add more around this later. I just didn't want to waste that stuff. Those washers are nice, especially for the Bones miniatures, because it's a metal base. And those that washer right there cost me 11 cents. Isn't that beautiful? I like seeing the steel. Also has a nice, when you do it, they'll have a nice border to them. A nice metal border. Let's see if I can find one that I've done. Let's get a spirit. Alright, and when it's all cleaned up, it's going to have a nice metal ring on the base. And I've even thought about like making a little symbol or something that I would put in the middle. I do all of them like that now. I like round bases. I don't like big clunky bases. You know, I don't want it to be like their own pedestals. I like natural, if you haven't figured that out yet. Oh, natural. Alright. What is it there? Alright. This is just not exactly a knife. I'm just going to pull this out here. I mean, this stuff just makes it pretty easy. There's some up in his toe. It's really starting to get hard. Right now it's kind of like not quite dry clay. It's like already really on there pretty good. Ah, this is the best part right here. It's just how easy it is to like clean those extra bits up. I put one ball on each foot to fix it. That's good. This stuff smells like cat piss. It looks really damn good. Reminds me of that grain stuff, modeling stuff. I really do want to get into modeling. I think I'll start with monsters though, because they're bigger. I do have a lot of artistic background. Wow, that thing's all together now. Imagine that. Where are we at for time? I hope, you know, a lot of you guys spend hours and hours and hours painting miniatures. Well, you know, you could, you just watch me while you're doing it. Just spend hours and hours and hours watching me paint miniatures while you paint miniatures. Oh God, we could just be in nerd heaven. I'm having a nerdgasm. Let's see here. 54 minutes. Oh gosh. Okay. Huh. So we still got plenty of time here to do something. Well, something. I got all kinds of things that I need to touch up on. Could actually do the tail. I'd actually like to do the wings. Remember, that was only their first coat. That was done before. Actually do the wings. Oh, there's any number of things. Or go to sleep. That's really looking nice. Lovely. 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 Oh yeah, that's right. I want to do the dark wash. So I'll go and do that, and then we'll call it. So, but you really did already see the technique. I could just do it off camera. That doesn't matter. That don't matter. If I do it off camera, I'm doing it by myself. Oh, the poor black. You know what I should do is actually put some water in there, and then I can just pour it out whenever I need it. Okay. Hey. I'm a cheap bastard. remember I was saying this before, that I had dark washed one side, but not the other. Well, I only dark washed the scales before. And I plan on keeping that the same on this side. So I'm only going after the scales. Okay. Good up. I'm really kind of a noob at this. I just happen to be the one who's recording it. A lot of this stuff. I just sort of like, I know different techniques and whatever, kind of. Dark washing, dry brushing, lining, all that kind of stuff. But some of you guys are very technical, extremely technical, and I'm just not that. Some argue that I am very technical, but as far as like terminology and lingo goes, I can't think of anything off the top of my head now, but it's intimidating. Ooh, that's something I can also do. Remember when I was painting these things, there's like basically leather bits all up and down these spines and stuff. I have to bring out. I actually already did the top of the head. I'm going to do the side here. Give him a kiss. Just dab it off. Yeah. Quick enough. Flip it off. All right. Looking nice. So, let's see here. We'll go ahead and get the scales on the wings. I know all that stuff's going to get highlighted anyways. That's sort of the reason why, is I just sort of prepping. A little bit of prepping. See if this is nice. I can just hold it by the base now. What a big model that is. Probably, if this was a pewter miniature, if this was a pewter miniature, I would not be able to hold it like this. It's so massive. And there's some dark wash on these, both sides. Sorry for all the chaotic camera work right now. Okay. Okay. I think that's really well. Let's get started on that. I mean, it's been a short session, so let's go ahead and get started on the stuff on the spines. So I'm pulling out my muddy brown. That's my base color for all my dead dragon leather. Where's the hell I'm calling it? No. I don't want that much water in it. What a waste. What a waste. Sometimes, like, it creates this weird kind of pressure. There we go. Like it's gummed up or something. No matter how hard you squeeze, nothing comes out. Which I hate when that happens, yeah. Let's do this. Going overhead. Right about there. Okay. I'm just sort of rubbing it off also. I have no idea what that was. There we go. I think I'm actually going to do these as well. A little bit more brown on the horn there. Okay. Alright. It was easy enough. It didn't take very long at all. Well, that was just that side. Okay. Whoop. Okay. So what I'm going for is all the leathery bits off these spines and around the base. Because sometimes it's easier just to go in there, do it all, and then wipe it off. And that's just that layers. You're not going to wipe everything off, you know? There we go. Oops, sorry. Oh, that's just, I didn't wipe very well. Yeah, left some of the toilet paper in the wind buffet thing. Okay. There we go. Back up in here. Okay. Right up in here. They don't go cross-eyed. There we go. Oh, what's wrong, Gesher? Huh? What's wrong? He's a poor kitty. Alright. I know, I know. You want to say hi to everybody? Is it a yes? Nethyrmaul? You rascal. He's not going to hurt me then. Claim to fame, Dasher. What is that stuff? What is that stuff in there? Where's the dragon? He's a good kitty. Alright, go back over there. Now he's going to think that he can just hang out right there. Bad space for him to hang out. Alright. So we got the brown down. That brown down. Don't forget the horns. Now he wants to go outside real bad, like. Of course, it's not in focus. Of course, of course, of course. One of these days, Alice. It's gonna be a butt. It's gonna be a butt. Oh, I can't do anything about it. About it. I can't do anything about it. Oh, now. There we go. Don't have to hold it up there anymore. Very light brushing here. I'm just adding some brown color to those horns as well. I know, speaking of brown color, I need a little bit more. Okay. Next. Actually, this light is driving me crazy. I couldn't see anything. It was like glare, glare, glare. Oh my, we're approaching the end of this session pretty fast. You feel it? I can. I can feel it. Nethyrmaul will be finished up tomorrow. I don't know when I'll have them based. That I do not know. What I do know is he will be 95% complete tomorrow. I would say he's about 90 right now. Maybe 90, maybe 85. Not get too crazy. There's still plenty more work to do, actually. Now I think about it. Aged bone. We're going to go ahead and take care of these claws on the wings. I'm keeping the paint that was on the brush before, the muddy brown, and I'm loading up some aged bone. Nowhere near enough. Mm. Like this got some hangy flesh on it too. Nice. Oh, I'm running out of steam here. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've been painting this damn thing all day long. It's been a lot of fun though. This piece has been really nice. And I am going to paint it again at some point. And I'm probably going to paint it the other way that time. Oh, you poor thing. Gotta tuck your cat. I'm a cat whisperer, let me tell you. Almost there. Almost there. I'm gonna get sued. That's okay. I'd like to see them try. Also, if you would like to steal my identity, uh, can you just take the debt with it also? The student debt and the medical debt. Let's take that. That'd be great. Thank you. Wow, this thing is looking awesome. Let's talk about that for like a second or so. It's just really coming together. It looks kind of drunk a little bit. I gotta do those eyes at some point. And of course, let's not forget the base. See, I've already messed all that up right there. It's okay. I've been handling it and not messing up the model. So, let's get a nice good look here. My spotlight. Wow. Really looking good. Except for the tail. Damn tail. I cannot wait to throw this at the group. Oh, it's going to be devastating. It better be devastating. I'd be upset. Yep. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, and thank you, my one fan, my adoring fan, Dasher. And have a wonderful night. I'll probably be finishing this up tomorrow. Right after I let the cat out. Have a nice night. Bye.